Welcome to Alien Investigations, the show that investigates UFOs, alien phenomenon, and strange news around the world.
Before we begin this week's episodes, I'd like to put out my condolences to Tyler Glockner, producer of Secureteam 10. He's another guy here on YouTube in the UFO community. Now, in case you don't know, Tyler recently got in a motorcycle accident and broke his leg. And despite all of this guy still has a sense of humor. He just went into surgery and all that, so watch this quick video clip from him explaining what happened, and you'll see what I mean by him having a sense of humor.
But yeah, I was rushed to the ER where I basically just broke straight through my tibia and fibia, I think it's called. It's basically both bones in my lower left leg. And I had to have emergency surgery. And although I really don't have any UFO or alien news today, I do have a picture of some unidentified metal objects that can be seen here floating around in my lower left leg. So I think we have some maybe a rod here, some screws, maybe some bubble gum and some scotch tape. I'm not really sure. You guys let me know what you think. Alright.
Yeah, so you see what I mean by sense of humor, right? So if you want to watch the full video of the clip you just watched, I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below. And what we'd like to say is, from everyone here at Alien Investigations, we hope you get well soon, Tyler, and have a speedy recovery so that you can get back on your feet, no pun intended, so you can start creating those great videos as usual, because we know that this is what you love, that's your passion, as well as it is ours. So in fact, before we created our channel here, I actually sent an email to Tyler asking him for some advice on how to structure my UFO channel. So we took his advice, and as you can see, this is what Alien Investigation is today. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about some strange lights that were caught on film behind SpaceX's Dragon capsule as it was docking with ISS. And then I want to introduce to you to someone who was abducted by the tall whites several times. So here's the clip of the UFO that was taken from the live footage of SpaceX Dragon capsule, which launched on Saturday, June 3rd from the SpaceX Kennedy Space Center LC-39A facility. So shortly after it launched, it spent around 36 hours orbiting the Earth in order to get lined up and ready to dock with the ISS. And the capsule contained about 6,000 pounds of supplies and materials on board for the ISS crew and to support scientific experiments. Now, this is another version. This is enhanced with brightness and contrast, so you can see it a little better. Now, I don't know what this is, guys. To me, it's a UFO because it's in space. It's unidentified. Let me know in some comments on what you think this could be. This is after the success of the dock with the ISS. And as soon as this clip appeared, the video feed was quickly cut to another screen. Typical NASA, you know. So of course this is the looped version so you guys could see it, but it only lasted a few seconds before it was cut. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. So now I'd like to introduce to you to someone that has been abducted by the tall whites many times, she says, and she also is an international psychic and public speaker. She's regularly featured internationally on radio, podcasts, television, and major events such as Los Angeles, California Alien Con, Toronto's Cosmic Alien Expo, New York's infamous Lily Dale Assembly, and has been featured on popular new media outlets such as Vice.
So the species who abducted me are called the tall whites, okay? Well, I mean, they're extremely tall, so I would say like, 8.5 feet tall, very skinny, very lanky, and extremely white, just like my shirt. And some of them have like dangly, like, pockets of hair, which is kind of funny, and then and it's white hair, and then they have like tiny little beady red eyes. And they are only here on planet Earth for technology transfer, okay? So these are the species that are directly in communication with the US government for technology transfer. So they don't care about humanity's awakening. They don't care about what's really going on. They don't have any compassion towards humanity at all. So anyway, so they took me on their ship, and they actually implanted something into my ear, and I know this because I was very consciously aware of it. And there was this giant metal machine off to the right of me, and this metal machine kind of came out into this funnel, into this tube, and the tube eventually went into my ear. And it didn't hurt, there was no pain or any sensation, anything like that. I'm pretty sure they just numbed all of me. They also numbed my vocal cords, so as much as I wanted to scream, I wasn't able to.
That happened right after they got you.
Yes, they actually sprayed something, I don't know what it was like some kind of mist that was right here, and I think I inhaled it, and then it numbed everything. Yeah, just super invasive, and the other thing that the tall whites have the ability to do is to manipulate your neurological brain function to release fear, okay? So if fear was a chemical, I believe it is a chemical, they released the chemical of fear within my brain. So the fear that I felt when I was abducted is a fear that I've never experienced in a human lifetime ever before, because it wasn't derived from humanity. It wasn't derived from, any sort of lifetime. So it was very interesting, and then after that, a whole world of everything new opened up for me, right? As invasive as that was, and, the fact that they put this implant in my ear, it regardless of all of that, it still opened me up to the possibilities, right? So it was in my predestined contracts to be abducted at that time, at that age, by that species. So that's kind of why it happened. And then after that, I started getting very vivid flashbacks into other lifetimes where I lived, not as a tall white, but as other ET species. And I lived through these lifetimes, and after being abducted, I started having this recall, these flashes, these visions of who I really am, not just who I am here and now. And then eventually I got the chip out, like the implant, I got that out. And I don't really affiliate myself with the tall whites once again, but I now understand that happened, that abduction happened, because
That was a singular event. They didn't come back.
they never came back. Nope, they never came back. But now I'm visited by multiple other ET species, and they are all here for humanity's awakening, as I am here for humanity's awakening. A lot of the typical aliens or ETs that we talk about or see in movies are actually from other dimensions. Dimensions is another concept that I'm going to be getting into in the later video, so keep that in mind, that's actually a whole different video. Okay, so now that you know that they actually do exist, I just want to go over a couple of brief pointers here about why they're here and who they are. There is absolutely an infinite amount of different species in the universe. As far as good versus bad extraterrestrials or even species, think about each extraterrestrial species as being very similar to human in the way that we have amazing humans in our species, but we also have those not so great humans in our species who are very self-centered. Just like we have the good versus the bad in our society, other species also experience the binaries between good individuals versus bad individuals. Among all of the extraterrestrials and interdimensional beings who are out there, there are a couple of species who are here on planet Earth or around planet Earth that are actually helping us. So a lot of you have already been exposed to the main species that is here on our planet at this time. The species that I'm talking about are the Greys. So there are different levels of gray, and that's, once again, an entirely different video just on the Greys. And then there's other beings as well. So the Pleiadians are also here, the Reptilians are also here. Because we are going through such an awakening at this time on this planet, we wouldn't actually be able to be where we are today without the help of these extraterrestrial species. This is an exciting time that we need to open our possibilities to include the fact that there are indeed other species out there, and those species are actually looking out for our best interests as humans. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe for more videos. And if you have any questions, please comment below. I will be answering your comments in the next video about aliens part 2. I'm Elizabeth April, and I'm reminding you that you might not be human.
If you'd like to learn more about Elizabeth April, you can check out our website in the description below, as well as our YouTube channel. I put the links. And if you want to watch the full video of the clip that you just watched, I'll go ahead and put that link in the description as well.
Thanks for watching Alien Investigations. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe because there is more great stuff to come.
And always remember, guys, to have your phones and cameras ready because you never know when you'll see something strange or unexplainable. I'll see you right back here every Wednesday with fresh new episodes of Alien Investigations. Hey brother, watch another!